While you were watching the big game, there were some transactions that happened, particularly, speaking of the Dodgers. Look at Sean Casey looking good in
I like that, the big game.
The big game. I don't think we're allowed to say Schmooper Bowl, or maybe we're not. I don't know. But this tweet here from Fabian Ardaya, who covers the Dodgers for The Athletic. Kiké Hernandez in agreement to go back to the Dodgers, and I believe it was Kiké himself who broke the news. So Kiké Hernandez going back to the Dodgers. He's one of the great postseason players of his generation.
Of all time.
And
start stacking the numbers.
And it just makes sense that he would stay and return to go to Los Angeles. My question is, Harold, how are they going to keep, they feel like they have 50 guys on their 40-man roster. I mean, this is a guy that obviously plays multiple positions, but it is going to be interesting to see how their roster lays out.
Yeah, well, the biggest number is the pitchers. So somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to get traded. They're still set up for moves if they want to do.
Because you have Chris Taylor, that's he's very, positional flexibility.
You have
Edman. You have Max Muncy, who can play multiple positions.
But it's really running it back.
Yeah.
It's the same players, right? I mean, it really is. There's no
Hyun Kim comes over from Korea.
Hyun Kim is the guy that's going to be an interesting change. But they still, Muncy right now is going to play third, and we'll see what happens there. Michael Conforto fills a hole in the outfield. He takes Jason Heyward's spot. If you go back to last year and you compare it where it's at, Teoscar was there. Conforto is Jason Heyward.
Yeah.
They didn't have Edman, who they do now, and that was Kim. And Kiké wasn't there in the beginning of the year. They made the trade to get him. So there's some new additions, but they're better.
Oh, absolutely.
They're deep. They're depth. I think we all learned one thing through COVID, and I think it was because of the protocols and this guy's sick, so he's gone for 10 days. That you win with a full complement of your organization. It is not just your 25-man or 26-man now roster. It's the whole organization. Not even the 40-man roster guarantees you're going to get through it.
I wonder, and I think
kind of what I see with the Dodgers.
And I think this is something we'll have to monitor as the spring goes on. Are they going to trade one of their existing pieces just because there's no room? Maybe a Pajes or an Outman or someone like that. I'm just throwing a couple of names out there.
Now you're set up. If you want to go get, let's say, Nolan Arenado, and you say we need a true third baseman.
Yeah.
You're set up to go make that move. I mean, they traded Gavin Lux, and we're not even talking about it.
No.
That's the depth that they have.
Yeah, it's a remarkable organization, top to bottom, as you said, and it is a well-oiled machine. Now, Kiké Hernandez, after winning the World Series, he told me, he said, we had a great run. We beat 2 New York teams, and we beat the best team in baseball. He was referring to the San Diego Padres, and the Padres were active over the past couple of days. They signed veteran free agent Jason Heyward, reportedly to a deal. Then they signed Connor Joe, who is a San Diego kid. The former Pirate also offers some positional flexibility. They signed him to a 1-year deal. And then Sheets and Giggles. Gavin Sheets, in agreement with the Padres on a minor league contract, big corner infielder with some big pop. He goes to the Padres on a minor league deal with an invite to spring training. What do you make of those moves and really the Padres offseason?
Well, one, industry-wide, we're going to see a lot of minor league contracts with a major league invite. That's where you're at right now with the free agents. Gavin Sheets, huge upside. I want to see what happens. Will he get the at-bats? But they'll give him a good look. I love Connor Joe.
Me too.
I spent Roberto Clemente Day in Pittsburgh with him. Great community-minded guy, but I think he's a player that is really starting to figure it out. And I think as a player, you get to certain points where you go, this is my swing. Okay, I'm starting to understand it. Oh, they're trying to do this. I think he's really got huge upside. And what happens a lot of times is, will they play?
Yeah.
Jason Heyward, he's at the end. And he's going to be a guy that understands his role.
Against right-handers.
He understands his role. He's not trying to be Jay Hay in Atlanta. He's made his money all the way through the career, and now he's at the end, and he'll play for as long as
They obviously lost Jerks and Profar, and it feels like Jason Heyward, Connor Joe can kind of combine to help fill that void. Connor Joe can also play the infield.
Yeah,
so
that's
that he could also be that Ha-Sung Kim role as well. So I'm with you. I like Connor Joe a lot. And Gavin Sheets, as you said, a lot of upside. And Jason Heyward, widely respected around the league. And you know what? He had some big moments and big knocks when he was in an Astros uniform last year. So we'll see what the Padres offer in 2025.